Wait.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, and a very warm welcome to everybody to our 600th session. So, celebrating 600 days of our journey. A lot of people might think that 600 weeks, no, but it's 600 days. And I'm just waiting for our another year to complete. So, on this wonderful occasion, I just want to remind everybody that this is a group dedicated to living a life of choice. This is a group of people dedicated to living a life we love. This is a group coming together every morning to add something to life so that we can create a life that we desire. This is a group which is not happy with living just the ordinary, conditioned, auto mode, default mode life. Okay? Because we understand that every moment of our life can be a celebration and we celebrate life. And the way we do that is we don't allow for any negativity to come inside. Okay? And we are just working to make sure that we generate positivity. We are possibility seekers. And those who come in touch with us, they stop complaining and they start creating positive life. And we stand for a life of ease, joy, and glory. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to a celebration session and session number 600. The way we decided to usher it in is by picking up one of the very important topics, a topic that's important for everybody. See, we are in relationships whether we like it or not. Okay? We are born into a family. We are born onto parents. And you may have noticed that, the first 4 or 5 years of life, we are so close and intimate with everybody. There are no barriers, just so open. And as we grow up, we start maintaining a comfortable distance from people. We don't give up the relationships also, but we don't allow ourselves to be completely open also. So I've always said there is a measure for a relationship, and the biggest measure is how much affinity or intimacy do you have. Okay, and this is what our group is going to discuss about, and we just want to make sure it doesn't become a debate, because all 5 elements of intimacy that they are going to talk about are equally important. All right, to moderate this wonderful discussion, I will invite our friend, and our special friend, because he pushed me to do empowering morning sessions. He started the journey, pushed me to take the first step along with all of you, and we are here. So let's put our hands together to honor Vetrivel and to welcome him as the moderator of today morning's conversation. Yay! Welcome, Vetrivel. Very happy man. You see his face, you feel happy. He's always witty, full of joy, brings joy to all of us. All right, over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a big honor and a big gift in the morning, and I'm just receiving it, everything. And whenever you say I initiated, I put a word, I something plays in my stomach. Actually, I was calculating yesterday night with your caliber. If you charge consultation, of course, you will be charging per hour consultation for a big amount. If you charge lowering amount for 16,600, if you do 600 hours of consultation, it equals to 1 crore. You have that.
Very interesting thing that you mentioned it. I was talking to someone, those who are in this profession of, making transcripts and all that. So I said, will you make a transcript of all my sessions? So they looked at those sessions and they came to me with a quotation of 8 lakh rupees only to make the transcript of this, Like each session you put it into this thing. So there must be, if somebody has to do that, so that's never been a consideration. This is running because of your goodwill and because of contribution of some very outstanding people who have big heart and they are generating to it. They are contributing to it. I salute to everyone.
I want to mention that especially on this special day, sir, because literally that hour's cost is 1 crore. You have that big heart to share it with everyone, and that is the cost from your side. Think about the benefit. Everyone got transformed and we are enjoying our life. It's because of you, your contribution, and of course, all our veterans sharing and supporting each other. That's amazing, sir. So two things comes into my mind immediately. One thing is we are all blessed, and today is the gift we are going to have. For that, we have amazing people with us. Thank you, sir, being there to be as a super moderator, always like a super consciousness, standing and witnessing and allowing all things to emerge in the world like that. So let's get into the discussion. Before getting into the discussion, for the benefit of the audience who has joined, and also for the benefit of the audience who are watching through YouTube, I want to introduce the topic, which is very, very important for life. Because according to my personal view, if you have crores and crores of money, if you don't have a proper good relationship, you are not happy. Even if you have one good relationship, which is so intimate, you don't have a single rupee in your pocket, still you are happy. I believe into that. So all power, weightage, everything goes to the relationship. That is the reason why you also taught us. And we are going to talk about that intimacy relationship and how to achieve that. There are 5 elements to it, and we are going to see deeper into that. And we have amazing people who will establish that. And everyone is from different background and lived their life having vast experience and amazing knowledge. I will start with introducing Nidhi. She is from the corporate profile and very serious seeker. And so many books voraciously she studied, and she has a good heart to share with everyone that knowledge she accumulated. She is talking about honor. The moment I approached her, she said, "It is an honor to me." That is the knowledge she has got. Nidhi ji, we are waiting for you to establish. I will come to you after introducing everyone. Thank you for being there doing that for us. Next is, we have the great person, Sakti, who is an NRI joining from Hong Kong, and she is a software professional. And the amount of interest she has on personal development, the areas she goes and learn things, I doubt her first interest is self-development, second interest is IT. I have this doubt always, and she is always smiling and always helping. Thank you, Sakti, for doing that. And somehow it has come, and universe decided to give you the topic of trust, and it will get established when you share from your side. Thank you for doing that for us, and I respect your time sharing with us. Third, I want to introduce an important person who is very favorite to me. Induji, she is doing a lot of self-development and socio-transformational work, and very big, knowledgeable and voracious reader, touching a lot of people and transforming them and helping them to transform. And she accepted and choose to be with us for this 1 hour to talk about elements. And this also, again, I'll tell you, the topic is coming to you, not by you, not by me. It is from the universe. And it is for us, I strongly believe. Looking forward to hear it from you, your insights, Induji. Thank you for being there. And my favorite industrialist, Sivaprasad Reddy. I remember when he joined first time, he was like, okay, you guys are doing something, do, but I will wait. But now he has got a knowledge which all of us put together and completely got transformed and achieving everything in life, still coming and sitting as a student and completely learning. You are a living example of what is humility, what a simple of a seeker, sir. You always inspire us, and you yourself insisted me, and you established yourself in such a way that you are the right person to talk about gratitude. The moment somebody talks about gratitude, you only coming. So it is already chosen. We are looking forward to hear it from you, the answer. And last but not the least, my best friend, Punay, and he himself is vulnerable. For what? To create a space and to learn. And it is 100% witnessing, and it is visible when you attended 1 or 2 sessions with him. He's like kind of a person who comes with open heart, ready to receive anything. And he is a fit person to talk about vulnerability. Wonderful, Konenji. Thank you for doing that. And you asked so many doubts. It's not for you. I know very well it is for all of us. Because of your question, we learned a lot. Thank you very much for that. Let us get into session now. Yes, sir.
I think we should honor some people before we start.
Absolutely.
Right? So first of all, I want to honor our benefactors, Ashok ji and Ratan ji. Okay. Then I want to honor another elder person who never misses. And she is our benefactor because of all the blessings that we get from her. And that is Hasina ji. Okay, special mention to these people. I mean, they're amazing. Ashok ji is such a learned man. He's such a man. And the willingness to look at things differently and get the learning. And more importantly is that he can acknowledge it, that yes, I'm learning this. Very few people have that, especially when they are people of such eminence. And similarly, Ratan ji. These are our benefactors. My benefactors. I feel greatly encouraged by them. I hope when I reach their age, I'm also like them. Ratanji is not. So anyway, so please carry on. Sorry for the interruption, Vetrivan.
Absolutely fine. And I totally get it, sir. And folded hand, I respect all of them. And thank you for being there, doing that and supporting this great initiative. Let us get into very, very important discussion. I call it as a panel discussion because we have a panel of great people. One thing I assure to the audience, if you give your attention on this today's topic, you will go home with hands full of information, which will definitely change your life into a miraculous life. I know that. I assure you. Please give your attention. Let us get into the discussion. Let me start with Nitiji. Nitiji, we are talking about elements of intimacy. I want to understand what is your perspective of intimacy. Let's establish what is intimacy.
Morning, Vetri. Good morning, everybody. I think, Vetri, you started the introduction very well by introducing the topic. You've asked everybody to pay attention to what we shared today, what we discussed today, and their learnings would be so much more deeper. And that is what this entire topic is about. Being present, being in the receiving mode, and being in the state of accepting the information as it comes, getting it rather than molding it to fit into our mind's jigsaw puzzle. So when we're talking about intimacy, we are talking about the 5 elements. We are basically talking about how to connect with people, connect with our own selves, and be 100%, be wholesome and be complete. So that is what this entire discussion would be unfolding. It's as important to be complete with others as it is to be with one's own self. So it's only going to widen our scope of receiving, widen our scope of accepting information, and widen our scope of absorbing and implementing it. Thank you.
Amazing, Nitiji. You also established a formula: connect well, contribute well, and receive well. Thank you very much for defining intimacy. And go to Sakti. Sakti, what do you mean by intimacy?
The first thought that's coming into my mind is like, so complete with yourself first, then with others. If you're complete with that, if you are able to acknowledge and accept yourself, then the intimacy is there in any relationship. That's awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sakti. Thank you for that thought. Let me go to Induji. Induji, enlighten us. What is intimacy?
Question is, what is intimacy?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations to everyone for this wonderful feat. And in my opinion, intimacy would be to be able to drop the facade or masks that people tend to wear over the years, knowingly and many a times outside of awareness. So how would you be able to connect with another person without having to filter using those masks? So dropping off those masks and connecting spontaneously with awareness and with authenticity. So what you think and what you feel, if you're able to express unfiltered and in the service of you and the other person, that would be intimacy.
Amazing, Doji. I can visualize and dream it how the relation would be if it is without armor. Beautiful establishing. Thank you very much. I'll come back to you.
Yes.
And Reddy sir, thanks for joining and doing this, expressing my deep gratitude. I want to listen from you.
Sir, good morning. Gratitude is a beautiful word I learned during this EMC, even though I know earlier, but I've not used it or I've not experienced it seriously. In fact, first of all, I'm grateful to all the EMC members of this group for sharing their experience and being with us and leading me in my life. And this is my gratitude to all the EMC members and Sukhdeepak sir and you, because you are the person who started this. So thank you, sir. I'm grateful to you. So I think I've given my experience of gratitude to all the members. And gratitude is appreciating the people or things without any expectations. This is a beautiful thing which will happen because it is positive, it is a great positive emotion and give the positive energy and positive vibrations. Thank you.
Beautiful, sir. Thank you very much. Can you also add a little word about intimacy? How do you understand intimacy? Or if you want to achieve some intimacy, how it would look like?
No, if you are open and be in relevance, definitely intimacy will happen, sir.
Beautiful, sir. Beautiful. That's a secret. Being open is a way to intimacy. And thank you very much for that. I'll come back to you. We need to hear more of gratitude. And here
By the way,
comes
one thing, being open means being vulnerable. No?
It's amazing point, sir. That leads us to our another panel expert who is living the value of being vulnerable. Mr. Pune, before getting into your favorite topic, I want to hear from you. Can you tell me what is intimacy?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vetri. Thank you all. In my mind, intimacy is another or one of the feeling among many feelings. What do we get it as a human being or as an energy being? And this feeling, the intimacy is all about closeness and connection between two individuals. Or if I have to say that how intimate feelings I have with someone is how close and connected I am with someone. And I was reading on this earlier. This word intimacy has derived from the Latin word intimus. And the meaning of intimus is innermost, the core. So that's what I got the sense that intimacy is something which you feel having very close, connected at the innermost, at the heart level, at the very, very core level of the person. And that's the feeling I think you all can understand. That's my take on intimacy word, my meaning of intimacy. Back to you.
Very right. Deep affinity also.
Thank you very much, sir.
Deep affinity.
Deep affinity. Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much for that. And Ashok ji seems to be one should share some. Not one more person.
Can I add?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
In one word, it is the limit of love. The highest regard, love, and affection is the intimacy. Nothing, absolutely nothing matters when you're intimate with a person. Absolutely nothing comes in between. No amount of difficulties, no amount of otherwise, let's say, negative comments, etc. matter. The intimacy is the highest level of bond which cannot be broken. Thank you.
Amazing, sir. Thank you very much. When you say nothing stops on highest, that energy I can get it. Absolutely. That is the ultimate. And Sandhiji, do you want to say something? You raise your hand.
Yes, good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. Intimacy, as Ashokji told, intimacy is love. In all the religions tell us that love is God. As a human being, we should feel that love. Even the animals, they have love towards their cubs, love towards their younger ones. So love is God and God is love. If we want to feel God, we should have that love in us. And I want to say a Thirukural here. Anbin valiyadu uyirnilai, agdilarku yenbu tol portha udambu. The body, in your body, you should feel the love. Then only you are the human being. Otherwise, it's just a collection of bones, nerves, and muscles. Love makes the person, the energy in you to work. Love, I think intimacy, the basic of, in the foundation of intimacy is love.
Beautiful, beautiful. Apt Thirukural. Thank you very much for that contribution, Sandhiji. Now we are getting into, you can be muted till I back to you. We can get into next discussion, which is so important and very close to and I feel that it is going to contribute to everyone. From everybody has chosen a topic, and I want to ask you, so starting from Nitiji. Nitiji, we are all talking 600th session and we are working very seriously on ourselves. And one basic question we ask every day without fail: how to create the life what I desire? In that context, what is the role of the honor? Can you please help me?
Yes, Vetri. Honor, if we look at the dictionary meanings, it will give you a lot of words like high respect, great self-esteem, moral values, and regarding yourself and regarding others. But I would put it in simple words: honoring is one of the simplest things you can do for yourself and for others. It talks about accepting, it is talking about giving respect to what I say to myself, I say to others similarly. How we interact with others, what we are saying, if we can hold up to that, if we deliver what we say, is what is honoring. Even if there is nobody around us, how we treat our own selves, our thoughts. If we have negative thoughts and we are torturing ourselves mentally, we are not honoring ourselves. That will not lead us to the kind of life we desire. Each one by default wants a happy and a flourishing life. To have that happy and a flourishing life, we have to first learn to honor our own selves. Honoring is nothing but being, living, and doing in the present and what we say we do. If we are saying that we are going to be extending beyond our comfort zones, we need to do that. We don't need to wait for external influence or an external push to push us out of our comfort zone. So honoring is the most important thing. It is the starting point, and it takes you through the full circle of all the elements of an intimate relationship. When we are in an honoring mode, we are open to receiving not only information, we receive life circumstances as they come to us. We are not busy trying to mold it. Therefore, we are living in better allowance. And allowance is what helps us understand the difference between what we agree with and where we differ. Allowance does not filter differences out. It brings the whole thing together. And when you are in a mode of honoring, you will receive all of that unfiltered. And when you are in Soma, when in honor, you will receive, and that is what makes you accept the entire experience with a lot of gratitude. Because when you receive all information, you're able to differentiate between what you knew and what others are contributing into your life. One needs to understand the world is not so small that there is only one right, one way forward, one way backward, one way sideways, one view only. The world is very large, and when we are in this honoring state, we begin to open ourselves to and we allow all of this to filter to us. And when it filters to us, the sense of gratitude begins to come. And that sense of gratitude also brings with it trust. Gratitude and trust go hand in hand for a long way. And that is what opens the vulnerability within us to experience, to receive, and to give unfiltered. So I would say honor is the string that, it's the string that holds each pearl of elements of intimacy together. For some of our listeners, I will translate it into Hindi. Honor mane मान देना, अपने आप को मान देना, and दूसरों को मान देना. जिस तरह से एक तार 100 मोतियों को पिरो के एक हार बनाती है, वो ऑनर है. और अगर उस तार को आप निकाल देंगे तो आपके पास सिर्फ 100 बिखरे हुए मोती होंगे. तो उन मोतियों का हार बनाने के लिए you need to string it on the element of honoring, which is अपने आप को मान देना and सबको मान देना. And the way you can begin it is by being in the present, by receiving as is, getting it as is rather than molding every piece of information. Thank you.
Amazing, Neeti. You not only established what is honor, and also you established very well that what is the connection of honor with all other important elements. Thank you very much for that. Sir wants to add something to it. He raised his hand, but he's on phone. Let's move into element of trust. Oh, he is done. Sir, you want to add something to the honor? Please go ahead.
I just wanted to say, if there is judgment, there can be no honor. If there is judgment, there can be no trust. If there is judgment, there can be no allowance. Yeah. There can be no gratitude, and there can be no vulnerability either. Just keep that in mind. Okay, fine. Please carry on.
Noted, sir. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Neeti, once again. And let me go to our close NRI, who is chosen to talk about trust. Sakti, we are all studying very deep about the subject to create a life we desire. And what is the role of the trust on that? Could you please establish?
Yes, sir. From my perspective, not only my perspective, I think everyone will agree on that. Trust is the foundation for any relationship. In fact, without trust, you cannot sustain any relationship for a longer time. Because trust is in a relationship is a critical part of happy and healthy and romantic relationship. Just for if you are saying hi-bye relationship, sometimes no need of this trust element. But if you are looking for a long-term relationship on a longer run, trust is the key factor. Why it's so important? Because you will feel more secure. Trust helps you to feel more secure in any relationships, because you know that the person you are committed is loyal to you, right? If you can't trust your partner with any kind of situations or circumstances, then you don't have a strong foundation to build on. Then that will lead into it's kind of shaky, and then it's a lot of lack of trust is the reason to relationship fall apart, especially in the marriage relationships, if nowadays you can see in the court, okay, most of the divorce cases are coming because of lack of trust. So the key factor is like trust. So for security reasons, definitely trust is important. Why this trust is leading? Because this can lead into low self-esteem, overall feeling insecurity within themselves, as well as from their partner. So the key element is trust for secure, right? And then this respect and appreciations. The respect and appreciation is come from trust, because trust allow us to respect each other's boundaries, as well as appreciate others, their strength, or we are supporting their weaknesses, whatever, right? Trust makes us to be easier for us to compromise when they are going through some disagreements or arguments. So that will help. So we are respect and appreciate others, the partners, whoever it is, because of the trust.
One moment. It's not
Yes, sir.
about making a compromise. See, if you have trust, it's easier to be in allowance. No?
True.
So you don't have to make any compromises over there. You will have
True.
more allowance in that situation where otherwise you would not have.
True.
No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And the third one is commitment. In order to people to commit themselves to their partners, they must trust them completely. Then the commitment automatically will follow. Commitment is the key component in any relationship, right? When individuals are committed to a relationship, they are more likely to be honest, honor themselves, faithful, and supportive each other. So commitment is also important in any personal relationship because it's help us to prevent arguments and breakups. And then the fourth one is trust is more important for love to flourish. Why? Without trust, they cannot develop or grow because there will be no respect for your partner's privacies, boundaries. When you are having a trust, is automatically that love will be there. It will be flourish. We can grow each. That's the most important factor, I believe. Also, trust help you to let go of stress. In any healthy relationship is the one where neither partner feels that no need to constantly check upon each other's private spaces and then whether the phone or whatever it says, because they are nowadays most of the cases are coming, they are checking their phone, social media accounts, what's going on because of lack of trust. If you are having a trust that you are respecting their other person's boundaries, other person's space, right? So it helps you to let go of stress. You don't need to be in stress always. We are respect and then respect others and then believing each one of us, right? Also, the main factors that trust builds intimacy. If you don't trust your partner, you probably won't feel comfortable enough to share any information with them. So this trust is the key to all relationship, both either it can be personal or professional. You must have a bad experience in like sometimes when the trust is broken, we cannot able to move forward. So in this case, most important, we need to rebuild that trust or earn that trust. We need to put a lot of effort to sustain that. So this is all from my perspective, stressed up.
Thank you very much, Shakti. Well established, and from your great explanation, I understand that if intimacy is a journey, you have to keep constantly acquiring. Trust is the ticket to get into that train. I understand that way. Thank you very much for that detailed explanation. And it shows that how much trust is important for you, and also you feel that trust is important for all of us. Thank you very much for this. Now let us get into the foundation of intimacy. I'm just adding little more adjectives. Induji, I want to create a
Yes.
life I desire.
Okay.
What's the role of allowance?
Allowance. See, just a while ago, Punan sir said he he brought in a reference from Latin, right? So I was surprised because there's something else that showed up when I was looking. And then it took a fraction of a second to be in allowance. Okay, I'm looking at the French root and it says allowance is derived from the word allow, L-A-A-L-O-A-E. And that means to commend, kind of a sanction, some kind of an approval, right? And then I said, wow, that's a different point of view now to hear a Latin origin and then a French origin. And then there is so much more. And then suddenly I found myself being in a space of allowance. Until then, I was operating from one frame of reference that I came from, right? Which was comfortable for me. And interestingly, that's the only thing that popped up on my screen when I searched. And I said, okay, origin, perhaps only one source. And I comfortably settled to one source. And then when you look further, when you keep your eyes and ears open, you suddenly notice that there are so many such sources, and to each their own. How can we appreciate what we know, what we have, also being in appreciation and acknowledgement of what someone else brings to the table? And I think that isn't being in allowance. Having said that, I'd quickly go on to share something right now. I want you to look at this. Each of you for a moment. Okay. It's going to take a second. We're looking at being in allowance to achieve intimacy in our relationships, right? So just take a look at this image. Ensure your microphones are on mute. Note down what you are seeing right now on this image. Okay. Before you begin to share, write down. Clearly write down what is it that you're seeing and what is the color of the image that you are witnessing right now in front of your screen. Once all of you have done that, give me a nod or a thumbs up. And Vettich, if you're looking at the screen, you can unmute and please help me know if most of us have finished. 1 second. Have you all got it? Brilliant. Now, can we just hear from a couple of our friends? Will you let me know what is it? Of course, we know what you saw, but what is the color of that image that you saw? Please go ahead.
Anybody wants to share, please?
Quickly.
Pink.
Pink, okay.
It was a green and a pink, a pair of shoes. One was green, one was pink.
Okay. Everyone, please unmute and shout out what you saw.
One is pink, another is pale, like
Okay.
faded.
Okay.
Pink and light blue.
There was also gray color in it.
Okay.
Light, I am seeing like light blue,
Okay.
pink.
It's pink and light blue.
Okay.
And both the shoes are for the same leg. I feel
Okay. Okay. Nice observation. What about you? Aisha ji,
Both.
Neeti ji, Arvind ji, Ashok ji, yes, please.
Both shoes are of the same leg
Okay.
with a common blue line across
Okay.
both the sides.
Okay. And what's the color? You saw blue on both?
No, one majority was blue and one was majority was pink.
Okay. How about others? What's it coming up for you? What did you
Same
see?
people have shared.
What is it, Neeti ji?
Same as people have shared, the two different colors in the shoes.
Ah, okay. Okay.
I saw pink and a pale pink.
Pink and pale pink, right? Okay. Thanks for sharing, Swaraj. Anyone else? Honestly, raise your hand if you're confused. How is it that somebody else is seeing blue or green or gray when I'm seeing pink, or vice versa? How come somebody is seeing pink and pale pink when I'm seeing green and gray and blue? Any of you sitting with those curious thoughts? Okay. Yes, I'm seeing a couple of hands going up. You know what is it that you're experiencing right now? Are you able to be in allowance of the other person's claim that it is red, pink, when you are seeing it as blue or green? Or are you still resisting that? How come? Shakti, yes, your hand is raised. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Because I have seen that the color is like a light green and bluish kind of thing. One is pink. Then other person is saying this like a blue. I was feeling like I didn't see it.
Okay.
How come? My eyesight is good. The immediate
Okay.
judgments came.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe I'm right. Whether their screen resolution is different or that kind
Ah.
of judgment started coming up.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you
I'm
for
not in
sharing.
allowance.
Okay. And the point is not, beating yourself up for that you're judging or you're not in allowance. The idea is just this. Let me really reveal something to you. Before that, anyone else wants to share where you are? What is it that you're experiencing? So we'll go ahead. You know what we just saw? It's an image that took people by storm, which went viral a couple of years ago. It is an image which shows how you perceive information, how your right side of your brain and left side of your brain take in information. If you are a left brain oriented person who's more into logic, your images will pop up like green and teal for you. If you are a right brain oriented person with more of creativity flowing with ease, you will get it, you will see it as pink. So in your relationships, you could be arguing vehemently that this is the right thing. And the partner or anybody else, the other person in the relationship, sees their world through their eyes. So the idea is, can you be in allowance? And for those who saw both, perhaps your right and left brain are matching and seeing both sides of the view. And therefore, you're seeing the pink and the green and teal images. So I'll hand it over to the next speaker. I just want you to stay with it. So everyone is entitled to their view. So please look and be in allowance. Yeah.
Amazing establishment, Neetuji, and you are shown as an example to understand us. Be open, and there are multiple point of views in the world, and nothing is wrong, nothing is right. Thank you very much for that. And now go to Sivaprasad Reddy, sir. Please tell me, what is the gratitude's role in creating the life I desire?
It plays a very great role. As Sir told us, as you give, you shall receive. So gratitude is a positive vibration, positive energy, which will give you to the universe and other person. But I'm just, if you are grateful to everyone in your life and everything you have in life, then you will receive unconditionally whatever you wish in your life. For example, the day you get up in the morning, you be happy and grateful to the God for giving this beautiful life. And if you are grateful to your body, that which is serving you throughout your life, and thanking it, it will give you a great positive emotion. So like that, I think gratitude is the key word for everything in life. That's what I wish to say, sir.
Thank you very much, Reddy sir. And of course, I strongly believe that is the one thing which can heal all our past. And that is the one thing can create a space to receive everything in the future. Thank you very much for explaining that from your perspective. And let me go to Kunenji. He has got some eye problem, again coming with another vulnerability. Kunenji,
Yes,
what
sir.
is the role of vulnerability to create the life I desire?
Oh, I am still learning about vulnerability, by the way. I have to take a special class with Sudeepak sir one day. Well, what I have what I I've given the meaning of this word vulnerability is first I used to think if I am vulnerable, I am weak. And I observe that most of us, when you use this word or discuss, are you vulnerable? Then immediately we think it is related to some of our weaknesses somewhere. And I have learned from Sukhdeepak sir that when we are child, or if you observe the children, you find the behavior of children in a very different way. But as we grow, we get conditioned. And during that conditioning, we create an image of ourselves. And most of us, I believe majority, we have gone through various experiences and situation in our life that we start feeling that I am not good enough in some ways. And that inner feeling of I'm not good enough, we create an image and we want to protect that image. And vulnerability, what I have understood, I'll request Sukhdeepak sir to correct, is basically to accept my imperfection with complete courage. So I am courageous enough, or I am courageous to accept my imperfection and show it to the world and let the people see that this is what I am, and I have the courage to show and accept. I think Sukhdeepak sir wants to add something, correct something. Yes, sir.
See, when you do that, whatever Kunan is saying, and when I have to accept myself as I am, then I will not feel the need to protect myself. Right? Then I will never feel the need to defend myself, and then I will be vulnerable. The moment I say I'm okay the way I am, then that will allow me to be vulnerable. In other words, when you are in allowance of yourself, you will open up to being vulnerable. That's all I wanted to add.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And also this reminds me, having no point of views about self and fixed or having very rigid point of views about myself, because it's all about not defending.
It's called allowance, by the way. What you're saying is called allowance in our language here.
Yes. So being allowance with self is vulnerability, I believe. And it's all about no barriers, no defense mechanism, just be as is. And when we talk about importance of vulnerability in intimate relationship, as we discussed the value of intimate relationship and all, in my perspective, it is the most important element, because if you are vulnerable, you are open to receive. And if you are open to receive, you will have more connectivity, more closeness. At the core level, you can develop that relationship, the feeling, the attachment at very deep level, as Sukhdeepak sir mentioned. So that will happen only when you are vulnerable. If you are protecting yourself, if you are putting cover, if you are putting mask, if you are creating an image, and if you don't want to change that image, then how will you get the other benefits? Isn't it? And other point, Vetri, and to all, when I was thinking about this vulnerability as a weakness, and when I removed that, I realized that we all, and the other day when we were discussing with Sukhdeepak sir, that we all are a unique being. We all have a unique ability, and that's how God has created us. So if we are vulnerable, we identify, we know our gifts, our talents, our real self. And when we know our real self, and when we be the vulnerable, we can achieve whatsoever we want to achieve. And especially in the relationship, what I understand that when we talk about the man and woman or husband or wife, God has created in such a way that you both, or we both, or two, create many other human beings. And there's a process. So if we have to be having great intimate relationship with the intention that not only we have the vulnerability and other 5 elements, but also we have to protect each other. We have to serve each other, and we have to ensure that we move together as a team, as a one. And that will only happen when there's no barrier, no defense mechanism, complete transparency. And that will help us to live a life of ease, joy, and glory. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, Kunenji. I understand from your example, you started saying that accepting the mistake and going to receive. Suddenly you stop, sir wants to say something and he wants to correct something and you are available for that. I feel that is kind of example of vulnerability. Meaning we have point of view that is not so strong. That is kind of okay to change, okay to adopt, okay to receive. That's what I understand. And thank you very much for detailed explanation. Now we have only 3 minutes. We have 5 speakers. I want 30 seconds to each one to share how to honor myself. Some action steps. 30 seconds. Nidhi.
How to?
Honor ourselves.
All right. Vetri, honoring is something that brings you to realize you have to find there is no problem in honoring self or in honoring others. The attitude of honoring opens your an understanding to respect all boundaries, policies, rules, regulations, whatever be the situation. And within that, you have to find the possibility, you have to search for the opportunity to honor yourself and to others. So putting it simply, to honor yourself, the first step we can do is what we think, what we say, we do. So develop those thoughts, develop that attitude, develop those words, speak those words that you would want to live tomorrow. Do not bring out anything in your mind or in your heart, in your emotions, in your reactions.
30 seconds got over long time.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. To honor ourselves, start with integrity. That is the answer from Nidhi. Thank you very much. How to trust myself, 30 seconds.
How to trust yourself. Okay. Nice.
On a lighter note, you don't need to trust me. I'm asking how to trust yourself.
Okay. Be in present. Okay. Do good things. Do good for yourself. Do good for others. That most important things are. Then automatically trust will be there.
Wonderful. Do good things for others. Yes. Induji, how to be aligned with you?
To be in congruence with nature. Whatever you are receiving is what you are meant to receive. So when you are in that state of willingness to accept that nature provides the best for you at any given time, that you will help yourself.
Beautiful. Congruence is a key word, and it is everything is coming, be available. Thank you very much, Induji. Ready, sir? 30 seconds. How to express gratitude to myself?
Believe in yourself. Believing yourself is the best thing.
So to express gratitude, believing is the first step. Thank you very much, Reddy sir. Kunenji, how to be vulnerable with myself?
He's given enough of that.
Yeah, just a quick
Many
one.
points he has
I would
given.
like to give that be in the present moment without any point of views about self and other than everyone. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Being with no point of view, that's the gateway to vulnerability. Thank you very much for all the wonderful people for this great sharing. I want to hear this recording again and again. With this thing, sir, thank you very much for this opportunity. Handing over mic to you, sir.
Thank you. And my 30 second is stop judging, and you will have all elements of an intimate relationship, every one of them. So as we come to the end of today's session, I would have loved it if we could have some shairi from Kunen, but now we won't because we are going beyond our time. So I just want to thank you. I want to honor you. I want to express my gratitude to you for the fact that we have this forum and we can come here every morning. Just leave you with one more thought as usual. what will I add to my life today that would allow me to create a life that I desire? I think Indu has raised her hand, so let us listen to what she has to say. Yes, Indu.
So before I get to that, I just wanted to acknowledge a friend, Mrs. Swarna, who's here. I'd invited her, and I want to introduce our community family of EMC to her, and trust that her journey of awareness and well-being begins being an association with EMC. So
Very, very warm welcome to you, Mrs. Sitaraman. Welcome. And it's a very, very, what shall I say, significant milestone in our journey. And it is another milestone that you have come. And I hope we continue to see you and you become a part of this community, because I think we all stand for the same things.
Thank you so much for including me, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Kunal. So you want to say your shairi?
No, sir, I just wanted to heartfelt gratitude to Vetri. And I will request all to give a big round of applause to Vetri for this.
Yay! I was going to do that. Anyways, good. So thank you, everybody. And Vetri pushed me to start this journey along with you. And I would have never started it if he had not requested me and said, "Sir, let us do it and see what happens." I was telling him every day, But now I say, hello, how many more days? And I soon hope to pray to celebrate our 700th session whenever it happens. So see you when I see you. Have a wonderful day. God bless you and keep smiling. Generate a lot of happiness for yourself and everybody around you. Bye-bye.
God bless everyone.